Hey community, how are you? Jenenne Macklin here, transformational speaker, your wealth guide and catalyst. How are you? How's your holidays going? I wanted to hop on for a moment. I just wrapped up our Real Money Matters masterclass last night. I host a Real Money Matters masterclass for the community, but primarily for women, once a month, tackling some of the critical issues that's impacting our relationship with money. And as I was listening to conversations last night and over the last couple of days, it just came to me to say to you, or to remind you, that you know that money's not the problem, right? You know it's not money, right? Or are you still thinking it's money? Are you still thinking that, oh, if I win the lottery, I'll be fine? No. If I gave you $10,000 today, any of you who hear this, what would you do with it? I would love for you to write that below. I had $10,000 to give each of you that show up here. What would you do with it? And whatever you would do with it, how come you're not doing it already? See, one of the biggest things that I'm noticing as I'm teaching these classes is that there's a lot of women who are struggling, and the struggle isn't with money. You think if you had more money, you would do more, but it's not that, because what's impacting your money is what's here. This is what's impacting your money. What's impacting your money is the way you think about money. And part of how you think about money, you don't even know it because it's unconscious. So from the call last night, I'm real clear that there's a lot of people who are still in fear about money. You're in anxiety about money and frustration and worry about money. My business women, we as entrepreneurs, we don't get money every 2 weeks. So our income comes based on who we serve. The issue with that is clients may have a tendency not to pay. So then there's a tendency for the provider or the coach, depending on what my client may be doing, to say, okay, well, how come they won't pay me? What's wrong? Why won't they pay me? And we personalize it. For my moms and women who are living paycheck to paycheck, therein creates a challenge for you, because when you're looking at your money, it's still, you're thinking a particular kind of way in determining what you will and will not do with that money. And if your thinking is the same thinking that you've always had, then you're going to keep doing the same thing that you've always done, because there's no new thinking. It would be about your thinking something different. You're speaking something different. You're acting in different ways. And as you do those different things, you'll see different results with your money. But I just wanted to hop on today to remind you that money's not the issue, right? Because if I gave whoever $10,000 today, what would you do with it? I'd love for you to tell me, what would you do with it? There's such a mindset here that gets in the way that as soon as money becomes a focus, the thoughts that you have here play a greater part in what you decide to do with your money, more than you could ever know. It's unconscious on some level. But think about it. Who taught you about money? Who taught you the value of money? Who taught you to save? Who taught you how to save and the mindset for saving? Who taught you about credit cards, credit card responsibility, credit card debt or debt elimination? I know no one taught me, because my mom didn't have credit card. My dad didn't have credit card. So how could they teach me? She did buy 2 homes, but she didn't teach me about real estate. There was nothing where I was taught about, I call them the 3 spies, the credit bureau. So if you don't have that information, what are you using to determine what you do or do not do with your money? Because in the end, money's inanimate. It doesn't walk, it doesn't talk, it doesn't sing, it does nothing. We decide in our thinking what money's going to do. We're the ones that decide that. We do. Money doesn't decide it on its own. So if we don't have a clear mindset, our way of thinking about money, our way of speaking about money, and our way of feeling about money, that ultimately, money's not the issue. It's what we think and feel and speak that becomes the issue when it's money. And what I find so interesting is we can offer classes, we can offer audios that you could listen to just begin to slowly program your mind and begin to think some different thoughts, which would bring you different results. But that's not something that may be a value of an investment. For you to pay, what, $15 to listen to 6 audios day after day? Because see, what you have to realize is you have to retrain your brain to think differently. And that's where the audios come in. Hey, bird. Is you keep listening to it over and over and over. And that's all I did when I first started to change my mindset around money. I had audios. I didn't have a whole bunch of money, but I listened to those audios over and over and over. That's the way the brain is. The brain just needs the same thing over and over, and it will accept it, it will include it, it will start to live it. So what's the new information? The new thoughts that you're thinking about money? What's the new strategies you come up with for 2020? What are the new actions you're going to take for 2020 with your money? Write that down. And then more importantly, how are you going to take those actions? What's going to ensure that you actually take those actions on a consistent basis? That gets to your mindset. And then what's the underlying piece of it? Because there's always this, the underlying piece where there's nervousness, there's anxiety, there's concern and worry. Well, if I do this or if I do that, this will happen or that will happen. And it may happen. But you have to realize many of us are living in such uncomfortable times. And then if you're uncomfortable with your money too, what kind of way is that to be able to live your life? Where's your happiness? Where's your fulfillment? So you, all of us, have to be motivated to take some different actions, to do some different things, to think some different things so we can see some different results with our money. And that's pretty much it. It's not a rocket scientist when it comes to shifting your mindset and bringing in and creating a relationship with money that's fulfilling for you, squirrels, that's fulfilling for you, that allows you to experience the success that you desire and for you to have peace of mind with your money. But it's not money, okay? Money's not the problem. Our thinking about money is, our speaking about money is, our feelings about money is a greater problem. So tell me, if I had $10,000 to give to whoever shows up here, what would you do with it? I'd love to know. Have a great day. Bye for now.